Today we'll be giving a gameplay overview and review of the game What's Up? What's up? Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up, Doc?
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy, the Gaming Maven.
And I'm Stephane, the games teacher.
And today we're talking about birds. Colorful birds.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
What's up with that?
Well, you can also see by clicking on a timestamp below.
If you like what you see, you can leave us a comment and let us know how we're doing, and subscribe to the channel to be notified when we post new content.
And with that, we've got What's Up all set up and ready to go, so let's get to it.
In What's Up, players are collecting sets of birds in order to be the first to complete their collection.
So the components for What's Up, there are 30 double-sided bird cards and the cute little rule book. One player will shuffle all of the cards and then they will lay them out in a 6x5 grid within easy reach of all players. The objective of the game is to complete, one player is to complete 4 rows of the 4 different colored birds. Now there are cards with 1, 2, or 3 birds on, so you do need to collect birds in that order. So the row of colors for green would have to start with a card with 1 bird, 2, and then 3. On a player's turn, they are going to flip over any one of the cards still available, and then they are going to take that card that they turned over or not if they can't. The tricky thing about cards is they will either have, if they are red birds, they will either be 1, 2, or 1 or 3 in this case. If this card was 2 birds on this side, it would have 1 red bird or 3 red birds on this side, or it would be 2 red birds of another color. So as you can see, it was 2 yellow birds on one side. I flipped it over and it now has 2 red birds. So now the other player would get a chance to take a turn. Play would continue until a player finally gets to pick a card that has a single bird on the one side. Once a player has picked a bird card that is one of the first ones, now they can, when going to collect for purple, they're looking for a card with 2 birds on it to continue their row of birds. In an advanced variant, if you turn over a card and you cannot pick up the card, you can choose to now move the card to any open spot available, making it a little more challenging for your opponents. The game will end when one player turns over a card and manages to complete the last row of their cards based on number of players. In a 2-player game, you need to complete 4 rows of birds. In a 3-player game, 3, and in a 4-player game, you need 2 rows. The player who managed to complete all the rows required wins the game. So now we're ready to give our review of What's Up. What's Up? It's so cute.
What's up?
It's a tiny little box, kind of had to show you, so.
And the white would get lost in the white background.
It
so that's why
sadly
we
would.
propped it up.
So, Stephane, what do you think of this game?
It was a very light, very enjoyable, cute little game.
I loved it. Of course I loved it because it was about birds and it was cute. So I do like my heavy, grittier games, but sometimes I just like my fun, cute games. So let's talk about art and theme.
Very bright, very colorful, very kid-friendly, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for?
Family-friendly.
Accessible. Very accessible art.
It is.
And so, yeah.
So the art, like the birds, there's like the red one that looks very angry, and then there's the super happy yellow bird. So they kind of did like the whole color aspect of matching the color to the
mood.
To the mood. So it was quite cool. I liked the whole memory aspect because it's very helpful for people as they get older to test their memory and keep it going. So for that, it's really handy. And of course, because it's a simple memory game, a lot of those games are very helpful for child development. And of course, the art appeals to a child as well. Thematically, it's a set collection game. It's a memory game. So what you're just trying to do is simply trying to find birds on one side versus the other. But the look of them kind of like continuing the wire. The wire continues as you collect a different amount of birds of the same color, so it's kind of cool. So components.
I mean, there's a deck of cards.
It's a deck of cards. It's a nice looking deck of cards.
Card quality is good.
It is.
So, you know, not a lot of components in the game. There's the rule book.
There.
Nice little thin rule book.
One little thing, and it's little things like this that appeal to me that really kind of make you enjoy a game more, even if the game itself is okay, is inside the box you actually have like little birds. Like it's like if you actually look at the inside of the box, where the cards are held, there's like kind of like the birds are inside. So they actually did the art on the inside edge, like sides of the box, which really looks kind of cool.
I did not notice that.
So there's a couple games that have done that, and I really like that because it just makes you wanna just makes it all whole, like a full game kind of thing.
Sure.
So components, great game mechanics.
Fairly easy. I mean, it's a memory game, much like, you know, the old memory game when we were a kid, only with a bit of a twist. There's advanced rules where you can kind of move cards around if you want to, but, you know, you have to flip a card over, and then you either take the card if it matches one of your lines that your sets you're trying to collect, or you leave it there for the next player, or with the advanced variant, you move it to another location, so that player gets mixed up as to where the card they want might be. So really simple game mechanics, easy enough to play. It was a light filler game, a good light filler game. It's
a small game that we had the first time we played it was at a coffee shop, so it was great. It fit on a coffee shop table. We were able to just play it. People were actually kind of looking, and they were curious as to what we were doing, so it was kind of cool because it was very colorful, attracted people's eyes. And you're right, you could play this with like, you know, your kids or nephews and nieces, or you could play with adults and I found the advanced variant was enough to kind of mess people up a little bit, so it made it a little more challenging for adults and older kids if you'd like. So I think it appeals to all ages because it's so easy.
At heart, it is a memory game. So if memory games aren't your strong suit, or you really, really don't like memory games, maybe this isn't the game for you. But light, accessible, colorful. I mean, it like you said, it drew a lot of people in who are like at the coffee shop, just like, what are you guys doing over there? You know, so, yeah.
And I'm not good at memory games, so I still enjoy it. So similar games. You mentioned memory games of old, so you have things like What's Up. Now this one you don't get to see, and this one everyone sees the cards, but there's What's Up, and there's.
Well, What's Up is this game.
No, sorry, no. What's that one with the little guys that go up and down?
Guess Who?
Thank you. Who, what, when, where, why?
Totally not the same thing, but.
Sorry. Just was trying to think. It was still like a question, right?
Yeah.
So
the memory game.
There's the memory game. Yeah. There's a Mastermind. Remember that one? That was one that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. Now, there aren't a lot of games I can think of that are more modern that have a similar card feel, but I know there are some out there. There's a lot of kids' games. I think Chicken Cha-Cha-Cha or something is one. Okay. Hanabi kind of has that memory feel. Now, it's a little bit different. It's co-op and you're not seeing the cards, but similar feel, and you have to remember what people have told you or the information you've been given, so kind of like that. So, final thoughts.
Again, a nice, light, accessible game, playable just about anywhere, colorful, bright. I think for what it is, it's a solid game.
It's a great game to play after a brain burner, or a nice one to kind of like break the ice for people, so it's really easy. Everyone understands the mechanics, so it takes no time at all to get started. So I really think it's going to be one that's going to be great for me to just bring anywhere I go. So.
And a small little box, so easy to port with you wherever you're going.
Almost fits in my pocket if I had pockets. And with that, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.